Hello everyone, welcome to today's book review. Yes, حبيت نعمل كل شهر a book ما خلطتش me. It's at the end of the month, so no, it's never too late. Okay, so لاحظت إنه ليمت يعني الأشهر الريفيوز اللي قبل I've been doing classics برشا and so حبيت نبدل شوية ونعمل حاجة more contemporary توا, and that's why I chose Gone Girl for today's book review. Alright, so Gone Girl في عام 2012 خرج، من الفيلم اللي من بعده خرج هو اللي I think خلى العباد الكل more interested في الكتاب. وقتها صار ضجة. I remember إنه Gone Girl was everywhere وقتها on social media and I was interested. وقتها ما كانش عندي الكتاب of course, and I never want to watch a movie من غير ما نقرأ الكتاب قبل. So yeah, استنيت شوية عامين 3 سنين هكاكا, but nevertheless هانا هوني and let's do this. So الكتاب خرج في عام 2012 كما قلت لكم من Gillian Flynn. She's an American author, Entertainment Weekly critic. كتبت زوز novels ديجا اللي هما Sharp Objects و Dark Places, and I hope she writes something else على خاطر I hope I read the other ones. خاطر honestly Gone Girl I enjoyed it على الآخر و I recommend it على الآخر. Okay, so الكتب متاعها are known for the dark plot twists. هما ديجا العباد يحطوها في thriller, mystery, psychological one, and I think it fits pretty much اللي هذا شنو صار. And let's talk about the plot. So the plot تصير في North Carthage, Missouri. Yes, Carthage. وميزوري funny fact اللي هي من وين جت Gillian Flynn. So you can see the inspiration and so. And الحكاية تحكي على a couple اللي هما Nick and Amy Dunn. They've been married for 5 years and they moved يعني ميزوري وقت اللي نيك she got cancer and رصد لهم يتنقلوا غادي من نيويورك. alright, and تصير الحكاية دي تصير في ال 5th anniversary نتاعهم تاع الويدنج إنه Amy is gone, she's gone. So من هون يجي التيتر تاع Gone Girl, and everyone just looks at Nick and they suspect him, but of course they love him. They can't يعني just say you're the guy who killed her or something happened to her على خاطرك انتي. But let's just say إنه Nick ما خللهمش يعني enough space باش they don't doubt him على خاطر he did everything in a total way, in a total effed up way. اللي ما نحكي لكمش يعني إذا كان تحطيتو في سيتواسيون خايبة never be Nick. alright, never be Nick. بحق à travers الرومان باش تقعدوا هكايا oh Nick, why are you such an idiot? alright, so when that happened to me I was like how idiot يعني how stupid can you get? alright, and voilà. So القصة تتقسم على زوز بارتي دو بارتي. القصة من الشيرة الأولى تلقى نيك يحكي هو في البرسبكتيف نتاعو من اللي هي اختفت واللي قبل على حياته هو معاها, and then شوية afterwards, and then there's the second part اللي هو فيه Amy's diary entries اللي هي تكتب فيه her point of view and perspective, and I love this so much على خاطر أنا I always love وقت فما two perspectives اللي يخليوك but who am I gonna decide يعني شكون الشرير شكون الباهي, did something happen, did she have a point, هو كان عنده الحق. I love that you are torn between two sides. And bonus thing اللي انت عندك third part اللي I will not tell you على شنو يحكي, that's up to you باش انت تعرف third part على شنو يدور. alright, so that's pretty much the plot. الفيلم as usual it stars Ben Affleck or Rosamund Pike. Don't worry, I mean, and I don't think Batman was that bad. He's not as bad as Batman people like كيما العباد تقول. He was actually very good, and Rosamund Pike was very awesome as an Amy. And زوز محلاه الفيلم باش تشوفه يعني in real life. Bien sûr فما scenes اللي أنا I would have loved باش نشوفهم more, مي سافا يتبع البلوت يتبع الأحداث, and it's good to see it قدامك خير باش هكاكا تاخذ more perspective على يعني تتحط أكثر في السيتواسيون نتاع الكتاب. yeah, so go watch it. هذه المرة منيش نعمل ريفيو طويل. I just want you to go read Gone Girl على خاطر it was very interesting for me. I loved the book, and ميمسي البرشا عباد يقولوا it's a cliché وأنا ما نعرف شنو, but I liked the book. نحس بحق اللي فما كانوا plot twists اللي I was like they just slammed me on the face وكل شيء, and I enjoyed it. بحق ما نجمش نحط الكتاب كملته maybe في a week or so, and I couldn't just put it down. I had to finish it باش نعرف the end or put things into perspective. Yeah, so that was today's book review. I hope you go read Gone Girl, watch Gone Girl, and see you in another book review.